What is up, ladies and gentlemen? So, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Shemitah. So, the Shemitah is the Sabbath year, which literally means release, also called the sabbatical year. Is the seventh year of the 7 year agricultural cycle mandated by the Torah. The Shemitah mandates that forgiveness and that fields and field workers rest. Now, with the research I've done about the Shemitah, you can connect big events, historical events, wars, crashes that tend to happen in the Shemitah years. So the Shemitah follows the Hebrew calendar and not the Gregorian calendar that we currently follow. So within my research, I found that it seems to be a link that every Shemitah year there's something big that happens. So you can go way beyond what I'm showing right here on the screen. But as you can see, in the Shemitah year between 1972 and 1973, there was a 46 US stock market value wipeout. Now, most of these Shemitahs tend to start in September. So in the next one, we have 1979 till 1980, US and global recession. 1986 till 1987, there's a 33% US stock market value wipeout. In 1993 till 1994, there's a bond market crash. And now from the year 2000 and 2001, there's a 37% stock market value wipeout. And 9/11 occurred with a global recession. In 2007 until 2008, there's a 50% US stock market value wipeout.
Points or so. Apple shares are just getting hammered this morning.
We're down by between 3 and 4.5% generally across these markets.
We're down over 16%. Dow at the same time has fallen about 18%.
The stock market is now down 21%.
Because we're now down 43%.
What in the world is happening on Wall Street?
The worst day on Wall Street since the crash of 1987.
And in 1914 till 1915, there's a China stock market crash.
Panic selling has been underway for days as the grim reality sets in for millions of small-time and new Chinese investors. This woman says she is not happy, that she's nervous and worried. So how did China end up in this mess? Not long ago, the government wanted to boost the country's slowing economy. It loosened regulations and made borrowing easier to entice ordinary Chinese to jump into the markets. And they did, in droves, giving it all a casino-like feel. The Chinese borrowed more money than they had to play, hundreds of millions of dollars more, with little knowledge about how the stock market actually works.
They have zero interest and zero idea about fundamentals of the company.
And now, currently, we are entering the new Shemitah year, which is going to start this September 7th of 2021. So just having a quick observation, you can see a lot of the big events tend to happen closer to the end of the Shemitah year. So right here we have the S&P 500. So it kind of gives you a good idea of what's happening in the markets during that time. So right here in the year 2000, year 2007, year 2014, year 2021, I have marked it on September. And you see when that Shemitah year starts, the market starts pretty much heading down. And then it starts going back up. And it pretty much repeats that cycle. Goes down and then starts heading back up. And right here between 2014 and 2015, the market kind of stayed stagnant, but the Chinese market was the one that was affected. So within my research, I did see a lot of videos of people thinking that something huge was going to happen here in the stock market. Maybe there were some incidents, but nothing major as opposed to what happened in China and in the Asian markets. So as you can see, currently we are just going higher and higher, all-time highs almost seems every week. A lot of people do think there a crash is due. If you follow these trends or these predictive patterns, you could kind of see that something big is going to happen this year. Obviously, this is not financial advice, but as opposed to looking this like some tragic event that's going to happen, look at this as an opportunity. If you're one of the people that bought here and wrote it up, you could have made some good money as well as right over here. So currently, if it does fall, this could be an opportunity to kind of buy the bottom. So as I'm doing this research, I also found out that there were, a few people that really made good amount of money buying in these crashes. So waiting, basically what they say, waiting for there's blood in the street to buy these opportunities. So this is something that I'm also thinking about, maybe accumulating some cash and waiting to see if some big event is going to happen this year that will make the stock market crash. And while everyone is panicking, this is a good opportunity to put in some money. So I really found this interesting. Got me more interested in numerology and astrology, as some people believe these markets are tied to numbers and astrological signs and events. So yeah, I just wanted to show that there might be a great opportunity for people to make some good money. Obviously, you have to have patience. So if you can catch that big crash, it will take some time to come up. But this is you can look at this as a good opportunity to increase your wealth. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me know if you have any thoughts about this, the Shemitah year coming up. We are 1 month away currently. Today is August 3rd, and we'll see what happens. Until next time, peace.
Now I'm going to test you numerology skills by asking you to think about the magic 7. Okay? Most of you will know that 7 is quite a number in all sorts of themes, religions, and I'm sure that you can compress numbers as well. If we think about 2014, all right, I'm just giving you 2014, you drop the 0, 14, 2 times 7. Okay, that's just by way of example, and we're going to carry on. So 2014 will be a milestone and hopefully a magic year in many respects. It will mark the 100th anniversary of the First World War back in 1914. It will mark the 70th anniversary, drop the 0, 7, of the Bretton Woods Conference that actually gave birth to the IMF. And it will be the 25th anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall, 25th. Okay. It will also mark the 7th anniversary of the financial market jitters that quickly turned into the greatest global economic calamity since the Great Depression. The crisis still lingers. Yet, optimism is in the air. We've left the deep freeze behind us, and the horizon looks just a bit brighter. So my hope and my wish for 2014 is that after those 7 miserable years, weak and fragile, we have 7 strong years. Now, I don't know whether the G7 will have anything to do with it, or whether it will be the G20. I certainly hope that the IMF will have something to do with it.